Hmm. Okay, so I'm going to wonder. I was going to talk about how poorly I think of new cars. Um, for the second time this winter, one of the key fobs for one of our cars has gone dead. Now, in the olden days, we never had key fobs. We just had keys, and you put the key in the door, you turned a very simple lock, and you were in the car, and then used a separate key to open the or start the ignition of the car. And it was just so simple and easy. But these key fobs, battery operated things that, are not easy to change the battery, and just when it's most inconvenient, the key fob battery goes dead, and then you got to try and figure out how to get into your car. um, we just tried it on a Volkswagen Tiguan, and I looked it up on YouTube how to do it. And you have to use a stupid metal prong that you unfold from your key, and you have to pry off a plastic piece to get at the keyhole in the door. But if you do use this metal thing to pry off the plastic cover, you're going to wreck the plastic cover, so it's going to be $75 to get a new plastic thing. Volkswagen already has a very bad reputation for falsifying their pollution and fuel economy standards. But I never bought this one, and this one doesn't have a block heater. A block heater is what you use to start a car that, no, that's incorrect. It's because people keep phoning me in the middle of my thing. A block heater is what you plug into the house, and it keeps the oil pan warm, and it makes it easier to start the car. Why do people call me right in the middle of my videos? Why do people talk to me? Can't they see I'm in the middle of making a video? It's very frustrating. Anyway, so I'm not pleased. I would never buy a car in a northern country that's full of snow and cold that doesn't have a block heater. And, I'm thinking to myself, the best thing I could do is to go on eBay and buy an old car from Arizona. So Arizona's good because they never use salt on the roads, and, so you don't have rust. An old car with an old school mechanical way of doing things. Keys instead of key fobs. Back in the 1970s, when they first started putting emission control things on car engines, a lot of mechanics threw up their hands and they said, the best thing to do is just to pull all the pollution control stuff off. Your car will run better. So, if you got like a 1972 car from Arizona, it probably would be before they had fuel injection. Would have a carburetor. Is it better? And they'd have a point sink condenser. Is it better than, well, a modern car, if it works great. But an old car, if it's broken down, well, I don't think I could fix it because I really didn't get. When I was in high school, I asked for auto mechanics on 2 separate occasions, and both times they gave me drafting. So I don't know how to fix even an old car. But it's not my fault. That's what I wanted to learn, but they wouldn't give it to me. So even when you know what you need, in this world, you don't often get it. Anyway, that's my rant about Volkswagens and key fobs and poor engineering. In the end, who decides how this is going to run? It's engineers and probably some stupid marketing people that say we got to have this. But the engineering, I give them F for flunk. And the other thing was one of my friends wants to buy an electric car and wants to use it here in a snowy northern part of the world. And I said to this one, I said, "Are you an idiot? You want an electric car? We have a hard enough time with electric start on gasoline engines. But you want to actually run your car on batteries when it's 30 below. Are you insane? Oh, I want to do something for the planet. I don't want to pollute." Well, I looked at this one and I said, "You realize how much energy it takes to make a new car? A hell of a lot. Most of the energy involved in the car over its lifetime goes towards, making metal. It takes a lot of energy to make metal out of ore or even recycling old metal. It takes a lot of energy to make a new car. Why don't you just keep your old car? It's reliable, it's gas, it's going to work when it's cold out." No, no, people are so stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Don't buy a battery operated car for a cold climate. Everyone knows batteries don't work very well when it gets cold. You're worried about pollution. You're insane. You're insane. You're worried about how much pollution you're going to not burn gasoline in your next car. Well, how is the electricity being generated that you're going to plug your car into your house? Is it a coal-fired plant? Is it a gas-fired plant? Is it a nuclear plant? How is your electricity being? No one thinks about that. Dummies. I mean, people who've got too much money and too little smarts. That's just the way it is. That's why our planet is so screwed up. I was going to use the F word, but somebody pulled it in the last, because I used it in my last video. But seriously, it is grand. What's grand? The amount of intelligence that are granted to so-called adult humans. Adult humans, in general, not too swift. Don't look at me. I'm an adult human. I'm as dumb as all the rest of you. I already told you. I don't know how to fix these cars. I asked for the course, and they never gave it to me. They gave me 2 courses of drafting using pencils and rulers. No one does drafting with pencils and rulers anymore. It's all AutoCAD or whatever replaced AutoCAD. Anyways, yes, back in high school, I'm so old that would have been one of those old 1970s cars with points and condensers and carburetors. And even if you took that course, maybe you could still change brakes. Maybe braking is... I don't know. You have to go back and take auto mechanics again at high school. Anyways.